I got 21 with the first one, so...
You know what that means? Time for Vegas.
I'm 16.
Yes, forget Zach, he's not...
I turned 16 today, so...
Oh, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
Actually, it was yesterday, but...
Awesome.
Take that.
Is the order a lot better? Let's see. Yes, try to fix the stutter.
It seems like it's a little bit better.
Okay.
A little bit better. Oh, better than...
Just, yeah, just don't waste time at, refreshing, because I don't think it will matter. Anyway, just speed run. That's all that matters.
I think someone mentioned earlier that it might have to do with the bit rate.
Well, that's what doesn't, unlike one that I have that can actually make it manually put the bit rate. So it can pretty much let you put the bit rate number. It's kind of sad.
Well,
but oh well.
what I'll try and do is, before the next stream, which is not tomorrow, the day after, I'll have to try and fix something.
Okay. I always thought that this voice of the Carmelita was kind of like very Mexican, like Sofia Vergara from Modern Family. I don't know why, but it just... I don't know. I know it's not exactly that, but I don't know, it just sounds like it. I don't know if Zach agrees with me or not on that.
I don't really recognize the voice actor that much, so I say all I know about this voice actor is it's my favorite among the three.
I prefer the second Sly game ever, but oh well. Everyone has their own opinions.
If you really think about the Sly games, in all of them, Sly is not actually... shouldn't technically be committing crimes. He's stealing stuff that technically belongs to him in the first place.
Except for in Sly 2.
Well, in Sly 2, that's clockwork parts that should be destroyed, or else everyone will die, so it makes sense.
Well, not only that, but the things that you can steal in the levels.
Yeah. Good point.
Yeah, but it's stealing from bad people in general.
Yep. And Sly 3, he's not really stealing anything. He's getting other team members to open a vault that is his, that somebody else took.
It's his family's vault, pretty much.
Close enough. It belongs to him now. He's the only one left of the family.
He's the heir of the throne. You know what I mean?
That was an example of Suckerboard not working.
But it tells the sort bomb to do stuff. I won't stop doing that for some reason.
I still don't know if the guards just disappear because it's a video game, or if Sly is actually killing the guards.
It's like
The vandalism half the time is caused by Carmelita, not Sly.
What?
I really think about it, she's the one that destroys most of the stuff.
I said, it's just like Pokemon, they're all just fainting.
Oh, okay. That's one way to put it.
I just read that Kingdom Test is better.
Okay.
I was a bit late, I was concentrating on the level.
So is Sly still Sly Cooper in this? Just the title of the game is different?
Yes. That's true. So anyways, keep on doing it because we want.
Because
Yeah, what have I missed? You missed
So that's what we always do. And we had a job interview on Monday. Good.
Also, good luck. You'll need it.
Yes, I will.
Don't we need that, don't we need lobby job interviews?
Yes.
this
Good
one.
look out, Steve.
I got the right one this time, guys.
Anyways,
Nobody's donated since last time.
since I was in bed. Actually, wait, there was one donated by text message. I forgot to mention that, 3DS.
Yeah, Jess told me.
Okay. I don't know what one it goes to. That's the problem.
That's a good one. If that's silent alliteration, you just send them to a mention.
Yes.
Yeah, if you have the silent booth, you just have to not to mention. That's actually true. That's actually true. It's not the one
That would be silent though. They'd be screaming as they fell.
they go, something like that.
I guess that's why extremely nearby guards can hear it.
By the way, Zach,
Which boss fight, which is the first thing you hear it for some reason.
which boss battle this game do you find the most annoying?
I don't know.
No, I don't really find that many, or I don't find them all to be that really difficult.
Which one was which one took long? The longest?
Okay, I'll just make a question about that.
I would say the voodoo woman.
Miss Ruby.
Miss Ruby.
Yeah.
Oh god. Yeah, she's annoying as hell. Seriously. The PS2 version for her is a lot better than the PS3 version.
Yeah, it's easier on PS2 compared to PS3.
Yeah, there's some speaking problems with PS3.
Yeah, what has the HD version do? Nothing does.
Seeing all the things that happened in Russian playing high definition, I kind of said Sly Cooper is actually one of the PlayStation mascots.
Yeah. Alright, here you go. Time for one shot.
With that said, I'm gonna have lunch now, so I'll be right back.
Okay.
Alright.
I've always found Mugshot to be the most annoying boss in this game.
I actually went first fight up, but I'm supposed to be here. Then I realized, oh, wait, the mirrors. Okay, heat.
I figured it out pretty quickly because I think logically, even when I was a kid, and I'm like, there are mirrors turned the wrong way. What happens if I hit them? I wonder what happens if I hit them all?
Yeah,
How can I win? Doesn't make sense, but it worked.
it's heat.
Yeah,
He hates heat.
it's just get all the time.
I hate...
No, he's disintegrating his guns, and that somehow kills him.
Oh, this is... Yeah, that's true.
Video game logic.
Whatever. I say disintegrate because I'm weird.
Oh,
Oh boy.
Beautiful gun is destroyed. Good thing
thing
it's
I
upstairs.
I like that one.
now it's down to the final thing.
The final one is actually the easiest for me. You just,
Oh yeah.
You just hide behind the mirror and there. You just hide behind the mirror and there you
Wait
go.
for him to shoot the mirror, then hit it, then get to the next one.
Yep, that's pretty much how it goes.
The only way it can fail is if the circle button fails there.
I love the final boss in Sly 4. I don't care if the way it was set up, I like that.
Like, it's kind of alright. It's alright. I don't mind.
Still get to see it.
I don't know, I just get really tired of having extremely difficult final bosses, so...
You should do a blind run of that game.
I will.
Yeah, you
I love challenging final bosses though. It makes the payoff so much more worth it.
Yep.
I don't think so. If I can't beat the final boss, I get even more pissed at the game, which sucks. Like Kingdom Hearts 1. It was hard enough without the final boss being 12 times more difficult than the entire game combined.
So, now it's time for Miss Ruby. Oh boy.
That will. I have no issue either.
No horseshoes, that's awesome. Well, you got hit at a certain point, so...
Miss Ruby's only annoying if you hit the button slightly before it'll start accepting it.
Yeah.
Or if the audio's off.
Spoilers, this guy will be on Sly 4. Just tells that.
I figured as much. I mean, the entire game is time travel. That's to figure that he'd be seeing a lot of his ancestors.
Yeah, it's kind of cool, I guess.
I was actually kind of hoping there would be that Sly 4 would end up being a lot longer than the other Sly games, even though it was actually one of the shortest ones.
Now here's a question I do have about Sly 4. I know the bottles return, but in what capacity?
Well, the capacity, if I could say that, 30, I think it's 30 bottles each
Sly 2?
episode. Well, yeah,
It's Sly 2.
same as Sly 2, but you also, but in that game, you also get treasures, which is the same thing as Sly 2, in a way.
Except that
But,
the treasures actually have...
yeah, except the treasures, you have time limit to go back to the hideout.
Kind of like the booby-strapped ones in Sly 2.
Yeah, kind of like that if you actually think of it.
Except all of them were booby-trapped.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh my god, it is a bed! Yeah.
I'm hoping they come out with Sly 5, and Well, the way they left Sly 4 off, they kind of have to. But, I mean, I've seen things get canceled with more strange endings than that, so...
They left Sly 3 off with a cliffhanger, and how long did that take for a sequel? Oh, yeah.
Well, that wasn't exactly a cliffhanger. It could have ended there. They just gave it the ability to have a possibility to continue.
Issues Voodoo, and look at Sly's Voodoo doll. Oh, man.
I think she hates Sly.
Slightly. Well, what gives you that impression?
Oh, I don't know, the... candles.
That seems more like something you do for romance.
What
She has
about the
a
rose?
love-hate relationship with him, okay?
What about the rose? I forgot the rose.
When I blind streamed
I didn't see the rose.
Sly in Time, it took me like 16 hours.
What, took you 16 hours?
When I blind streamed Sly in Time.
Yeah.
I still haven't gotten 100% in Sly 4 because the trophies are hard.
Yeah, some of them actually seem really tough to do.
You need to beat all the high scores on all the arcade machines. And
Oh, yeah,
I don't
oh, really?
any of the
Yeah, you have to. It's kind of sad. It's a sad rule.
I wish they didn't put the trophies in there. It would make me feel so much better if they didn't.
But they did because, well, Sons of Games, they are...
That's because someone just went busy with Infamous.
Well, the thing is that...
The new one. You mean
what I was saying before about wanting Sly 4 longer is that I expected it to have, like... I knew it would have a graphical update because it's on a new console, of course it is. Even with that graphical update, I think the PS3 is powerful enough to have added at least one more world.
That's true. I heard some people say that they don't like the new look of Sly. Get over it. It's the PS3. What else do you want?
But the PS3 is made by a different gaming company, and it was made so long after it that it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, I mean, Sly already has feathers. He has a fur. He's a raccoon. Raccoon has a fur.
Yes, fur, right? Not feathers. That was the issue that I had. It looked like feathers, not fur.
Yeah, feathers is one. Feathers are for birds.
I just got to his look mean.
I didn't think he looked like he had feathers at all.
It did for me. I mean, the way the textures were, that sort of looked like to me.
The textures were a bit different.
Yeah.
I think they were just trying to show every piece of fur instead of like how it is on the other games where it's just kind of one color.
Yeah. I mean, Ratchet and Clank did a good job of making fur realistic.
Oh yeah,
That's realistic, so
I agree on that.
Sly 3 will always be my favorite Sly game unless Sly 5 is amazingly awesome.
I was amazingly awesome.
I don't know, Sly 5 has to be really good for me to want it to be better than Sly 3.
Well, I'm not gonna say anything because of spoilers for Zach, but you know, Sly 4 has a secret ending, and that secret ending will start from there. Sly 5 will start from there, at least. So
yeah, which is the one thing I'm thinking about Sly 5 that might be a problem is that all the Sly games have had their own storyline. Like it's continuing the storyline, but not using the same thing. It's always like doing something different. Whereas this one, it looks like they'll be slightly doing something different, but with the exact same concept. Whereas they always change, like, the exact same gameplay and the exact same, like, concept, whereas in the other ones, they always change a little bit.
Personally, the way I see Sly 5 happening, based on what happened at this past E3, the next Sly Cooper game, I'm calling it now, is going to be open world. It's like 4 or 5 games at E3 were all open world.
What do you mean by open world?
Like The Witcher, that's going to be an open world game.
No, what do you mean by open world? I don't understand.
open world's a game that pretty much you can walk around anywhere, like an RPG.
Yeah, think about, like, maybe Grand Theft Auto, Sly Cooper, or Bully.
Yeah, something like that.
Like that.
I wouldn't like that. I like the mission concept.
Well, there
I
would be
don't
side
mind open
missions.
world. I don't mind. It's like a Batman Arkham City where you can go all around, pretty much.
Yeah, that's another example. Or Red Dead Redemption, Skyrim.
Or yeah, or Assassin's Creed.
If it's all, like, one world, is that what you're trying to say? Like, it's all in one world?
Well,
Like
it's all one world, if it makes you feel better.
Like Infamous is.
Because I don't think a
PS3 yet.
It probably could.
Yeah, I mean, don't underestimate the power of the PS3.
But remember, Skyrim was an open world game.
Oh yeah, that's one. There you go.
No, I'm moreover saying that I think one of the staples of Sly Cooper is having more than one world.
Well, I know, the environments. Like, Borderlands had multiple environments. That was an open world game.
But the thing is that you'd be traveling through time. So how would you have open environments if you're traveling through time?
Portals. Time gates.
Machines.
And then it
I
would give
think
you
they'll just
free
stick with the norm. If they are traveling through time, instead of staying in the one world, then they're probably just going to have different worlds, because it makes a lot more sense that way.
I think Spyro was kind of somewhat an open world game, if you want to think about it that way, and they had gateways to different areas.
Indeed.
The Spyro was like an early open world game.
Well, I was trying to skip something, but it failed.
Nah, I don't think Sly 5 will go to PS4 yet. Sly won't go to PS4 yet. I don't
It'll
think
probably be a couple years.
in a couple years' time, maybe we'll go. But I don't see that happening now.
If it comes out around the same time as Kingdom Hearts 3, it probably will, though.
Likely. And Ratchet
Kingdom Hearts
Clank
3
is
is not going to happen for like another 10 years. It's going to happen at the very end of the PS4 cycle.
well.
It's said to happen in 2015.
Yeah, because Nomura admitted that it was too soon.
Yeah. That's why I'm saying it's going to be the end of the cycle.
Well.
I don't think it'll be that long.
It's not
I
even
hope
going to
not.
be 2015.
And he said that probably this game won't be he said that this game will end of the saga, but it won't be the last game of the series.
And they still got more Vita games to make.
So it's going to be the end, it's going to be the end of the saga. They're going to put more, like, in the middle of the saga?
No, there's gonna be a new saga. That's what he meant.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a new saga, but it's not going to, so it's, like, not going to include the normal characters we're used to?
I don't know. We'll see. I mean, it might include them,
Hate it
but
when
you might never know. Hey, you might never know. You might never know.
And
Yeah,
Kingdom Hearts timeline is already extremely confusing as it is.
Yep. Unless you do a new timeline, that is not that confusing.
First up the death. I just fell.
Yes, count on the screen.
Oh, man. I like that.
Here you go.
Yeah. Death count 1. There you go. You gotta do the counting today. You gotta do that.
Wonder what death was in Jason, Jack City.
That's because the official 5DayGamers now.
Back to Kingdom Hearts. Just, I feel like I'm going to Kingdom Hearts.
Now back to Sly.
Sure,
And
I'm okay with either.
I'm not really paying attention because of all the spiders, so if I miss a couple of death counts, that's why.
you hate spiders as well.
Oh yeah.
Well, so you oh.
Yeah, but I'm not bothered by these spiders.
I hate this level too.
These
Put it
spiders,
out there.
I don't like spiders, but these spiders don't bother me. I'm not...
I don't know if Jack will have a 4th game. That'd be great, but Lost Frontier wasn't that great, so I heard.
No. Yeah.
I think Lost Frontier was supposed to be the Jack 4, and then they just kind of screwed it up.
Yeah.
Well,
I still gotta play that one too.
Yeah. Oh, you haven't played that one?
I never played that one either. I also
I got it, but I haven't played it.
either, so...
I've played Lost Frontier.
Oh my god, oh
I
my
still
god.
finish my blind LP of Jack 2, and then do a blind LP of Jack 3, and then try to do a blind LP of Jack.
I think it's this year that Into the Nexus is gonna be released.
Yes,
I think it's
released.
hilarious how my Jack series is going, because, like, knowing everything and going super fast through Jack 1 in my LP, and then blind LP of Jack 2, 3, and Lost Frontier.
Only time will tell. I crack in time joke. Oh, you made that joke now.
Death Count
Anyways.
2.
Count 2?
Come on, EDF.
You could do better than that.
How many times have you actually played through this game?
Tons of time.
Is the PS4 coming out this year?
Yes, I think so. this year, if I'm not wrong.
This
I
holiday
heard it's
season.
coming out this November.
Holiday season, there we go. Christmas.
The Xbox One is November. Holiday season's the only time frame they gave for the PS4.
I don't care about the Xbox One anyways.
Nobody should.
Yeah, nope.
I mean, they may have tried to fix it, but they put it as a patch, which means that they could easily do another patch that just puts all the restrictions back.
Well, my view on that is that if they do a patch like that, just don't update. There you go.
There's a reason I'm not buying the Xbox One, other than the fact that I hate Microsoft. Well, I hate Microsoft's gaming consoles.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I have an Xbox 360 and I only got like 4 games for it.
If I were to get an Xbox 360, I would have 3 games for it, so they'll be downloaded.
No, if you want to count downloaded games, I've got more. But until Rare makes a game for the Xbox One, I'm not buying it.
Welcome, finally, welcome, Rooney. You came.
What was that?
Awesome. The Wii U is alright, but it needs more games. Ow,
Yeah,
That instantly bugged me.
Kingdom Hearts 3.
Kingdom Hearts 3 is going on the Xbox One.
Echo number 3, there you go. Anyways, the Wii U needs like more games. I know Rayman Legends is gonna be out like later on this year,
Pikmin 3 is coming out in a couple days.
Well, in Europe it's already out. In America, not yet.
Yeah, because I have already so many videos on YouTube for Pikmin 3, because that is one of the first games I'm going to buy when I get the Wii U.
The Wii U.
It's so difficult. I already know the name of one of the worlds because I can't dodge looking at the video for a split second.
Yeah, I know it's torture.
I don't want to know the name of the world until I play the game.
Well, the good thing about Nintendo games is that, for the most part, it doesn't matter if you've seen gameplay. It's more like, as Reggie says, play the game. That's what Nintendo is all about.
I know,
I'm not saying that we use bad. I'm just saying that it's a great console, but it needs more awesome games.
It needs more.
It needs more.
they just released it too early. I think there's a chance they might have done that with PS4 too.
Yeah, or not. You may never know. There's like, how many titles for the PS4 already? Like 11? 11 titles? Something like that?
It
Just see more down count.
I don't know, I'm not paying attention for some reason.
Yeah, but PS4 is like 11 or 12 titles. I don't know. I saw on E3 some games.
Then again, the Wii U had a pretty, it had a lot of titles at the beginning. They were good titles.
Yeah, that's a big
One of the
issue.
very first games that came out, Nintendo Land and Super Mario Bros. U.
And then, nothing.
And what annoys me is the fact that they're focusing more on the 3DS than the Wii U. I mean, Luigi's Mansion should have been on the Wii U.
Yes.
Unless they'll make it, I don't know. It may happen.
Or at the very least,
If they were to, it would probably be Luigi's Mansion 3, not remaking Dark Moon for the Wii U.
or at the very least, what they need to do is give the ability to play 3DS games on your Wii U. Because you've been able to do that on any other Nintendo console. Game Boy games on the Super Nintendo, Game Boy Advance games on the GameCube.
Well, they had already thought of stuff like this as they were making the console. Well, at least for the GameCube they did, because if you look at the bottom of the GameCube, it plugs into the port.
Yeah,
The GameCube, they instantly knew they would have a Game Boy player.
Yeah.
And Super Nintendo was easy because it used cartridges, but they don't have anything on the Wii U that would work out so that it would work, unless it goes onto the gamepad, where they have that extra plug-in and little screw-in port, which nobody has any idea what it's used for.
they should.
It'll probably be I don't know why I was complaining when I actually gave the biggest reason as to why they could do it.
Oh,
I don't know.
They should.
it should
I'm more coherent now that I'm not dehydrated, but I'm so tired.
They should put GameCube games on the eShop. I'm just saying.
They probably will. They're probably
Yeah, at some point it will happen. It will happen at one point.
I hope they do just so I can get Cube over with. I've been trying to play that
It
game
might be
again.
a different thing because all the other stuff they put on Virtual Console was on a cartridge, and the GameCube was on a disc, so it might be different.
PS4.
They need to find a way to implement the controller, because the Wii U gamepad might not actually work.
actually thinking, well, on the PS4, I actually want that new Infamous game. That's definitely what I want.
There's only like 2 games that interest me on PS4 so far.
The only problem I have with the PS4 is that the only game I can think of wanting for the PS4 right now is Kingdom Hearts 3.
Not Infamous?
I don't play those games.
Yeah. Okay, there's a lot of indie games coming out for the PS4.
What about that game that it's called 1884 or something? 1883, excuse me. I think that's what it's called. That game looked great. I mean,
Isn't that made by Santa Monica? Same people who did?
Yes, I think it's Santa Monica Studios. Yeah, I think it's Santa Monica. Yeah. What about that game that did you saw the trailer where a guy he's like in the desert and he's on the floor and he's like, help me, and he's like, okay, I'm leaving. Sorry. I think
Yeah, I know. Mad Max.
Mad Max. Yeah. Oh my God. I'm gonna run over you.
As iconic as Mad Max is, I've never actually seen that movie, which is a shame. I really want to.
I wish on the Vita they had a way to play PSP games on it.
It's impossible.
Other than the downloadable virtual console, because the virtual console actually skips, doesn't have the only 2 games that I want on the PSP. Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep and Me and My Katamari.
Well, maybe they'll put it after like a few more years.
Well, I would rather get a PSP so I don't have to wait a few years to get the game.
Unless you want the 2.5 remix, then there you go. You gotta go to sleep anytime.
But still, I like having them on the original console.
Yeah.
Well, I know, but the question I have is like Cooper, and I have those on the original console as soon as I got the console. It's my favorite game.
Well, the reason I want 2.5 remix is because, you know, by Sleep Final Mix, it has more content.
And that's also, all the remixes for Kingdom Hearts, that's all final mixes. Getting them on the original console.
Not really. Actually, the soundtrack was actually redone. In the original Final Mix on the PS2, they were not remade. I'm not even kidding.
That's not the point that I'm trying to make here. It's still the final mix version, even if it has different music. So which means that it's completely different from the actual. It has completely different, like, game stuff.
They tried to make it like they tried to make it different, at least for once.
So it is different, and it is nice to own both versions, so you can choose which one you want to play. Instead of just having the final mix version, which you don't know how that plays compared to the regular version, so you don't get a choice.
Well, besides abilities and whatnot, yes. I mean, oh boy, you're almost there.
That actually reminds me that
So much. This mission is just slightly better than the chicken mission.
talking about the PS Vita reminded me that I actually saw an article last night that apparently later this year they're going to have a bundle with the PS4 where you can get the PS4 and the Vita for $500.
Yeah. PS4's 400 and the Vita's 200?
250.
Oh. So that's
Yeah, good price.
No, because it has both rich memories and final maps. Indeed. There you go. That's why it's called remix. There you go. That's why it's called remix. Well, that's one reason. There's one reason for that. But that's one reason. You can make N reasons. You can make multiple reasons.
Why it's called Chain of Memories instead of just Chain of Memories?
Because it's a remake of Chain Memories. The original Chain Memories was for the Game Boy Advance.
So the Game Boy Advance one and the regular one are 2 different games?
Yeah, well, one is more 2D, that's GBA, and PS2 is more 3D graphics.
Is that it? And the PS2 obviously has voice acting.
Yes, because the GBA can pretty much put voice acting, unless you count Game Pokemon Yellow, which had a bit of voice acting from Pikachu.
Well, like, is it actually like a different game? Like,
the story's the same, but the story's the same. The problem is that it's just graphically and the music's different.
Does the
one runs in 4:3, the other runs in like what's the
16:9?
Yeah, no, not 16:9. What's the resolution for Game Boy Advance games?
Oh.
That's what I think it's 4x1 or something like that. Resolution of the Game Boy Advance is not really
4x3.
No, that's not 4x3. No, Game Boy Advance is not 4x3. Even way smaller. It's way smaller.
I don't know. I'm not good with
I
resolutions.
think it's 4x1 or something like that. It's something like that. I know it is.
I only know about. I thought the only resolutions were 4x6.
I'm old. Well, I'm old. Zach's old. We're old people. We're old. Anyways,
We're only getting older.
But yeah, does the Game Boy Advance version have the Riku story?
does it? Does it? I don't know. I never played it.
I wouldn't think if I never rechanged memories.
I think Riku is there, but I'm not absolutely sure.
But does it involve his actual story? Once you beat the game of Sora,
Yeah, I think so. I think it's, like I said, it's the same story, but the only difference you'll find is the graphics and the soundtrack and the gameplay. That is all. That's
the Game Boy Advance had enough power in it to include the reverse and rebirth story too.
Yeah, it does. It could. It had the power for that.
Okay.
It's just the graphics. It's just the graphics
stuff. So
it's just the graphics and music. That's the only difference. And 2D. You don't want to go up, down, left, right all the time.
I'm past halfway mark with time.
I've never had much of a problem with having only like a D-pad or using the arrow keys to control something.
Sometimes, well, it depends on the game, I guess.
Yeah.
It's like Mario 64 DS. I never had a problem with that controlling that on a D-pad.
Yeah, still they won. It says they won.
We're only like an hour into day one.
Yeah, but
I actually have a lot of GBA games.
About an hour and 24 minutes, EDF.
Yeah.
The best part is I have a lot of the GBA games, and my Game Boy Advance doesn't work.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, I have the Pikachu Game Boy Advance SP, and the battery kind of died.
Wow.
It won't charge.
Well, that's sad.
Yeah.
That's sadder than sad.
So now we were planning to get a new PSP and just replace the casing,
But
we still haven't gotten a new PSP.
Wow.
Or PSP. SP.
Absolutely.
I added one letter because I'm used to saying PSP at the moment, so...
That's okay. That's still sadder than sad.
Yeah. I still have more DS games, but still. I still have more? I'm not sure that I do. All my games are in that thing over there that I don't want to grab. Literally all of my handheld games are in this box that was originally meant to hold fishing lures. My dad got it for like Mindstorms Legos, and it didn't work out as well as he thought, so I'm like, I'll take it. It'll actually be really useful for my handheld games.
yeah,
It's working pretty well.
I get one last shot and now I get a second.
Awesome. Nice. You are amazing. You sir became amazing. No, do your skills. Do your speedrun skills.
I always feel better doing speedrun when I've got my last shoot.
I'll give you some speedrun skills if you do your speedrun skills.
Too much calories, man. Too much calories.
I have a bag full of skittles.
And I was supposed to eat a bit with that. Oh,
There was a skill you won during poker?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Skittles that I won.
It was like just.
I
thought it was fake
like Texas Hold'em.
I thought it was paper.
Back and blackjack.
I thought it was paper.
paper skill.
Yes. No, paper
No,
is
it's
like
actually
dollars.
Skittles. They bought 9 boxes of Skittles to play in this game with. I didn't win all 9 boxes because they thought that would be too much, even for me. It's stupid, but whatever. So I took 3 boxes and put the rest in a bowl.
It's chocolate. Chocolate gives you calories, and you don't want to get fat.
It's Skittles. Skittles aren't chocolate.
But I like
sweets. Yeah. Sugar. Okay, sugar. That's what. Yeah, that's what cholesterol.
Rainbow.
That's what cholesterol then.
Don't get caught in the
Anyways.
mask.
A project to combine the PS1, PS2, PS3, and PSP into one console?
That's possible.
Interesting, but...
The ultimate problem is if you want it to be portable.
You need to throw Vita and PS4 in there, too.
No, the
I mean, I
PS4 will
highly
be
doubt
added
this
for a
console's
while.
come out anytime soon, so the PS4 would probably be able to get in there.
I mean, I've seen some things like that before. People combine Sega, Super Nintendo, Nintendo, and a few other consoles before.
Well, I've seen some, like the retro consoles, is that what you're talking about?
Well, no, I mean, I've seen people combine all of the retro consoles into one thing.
Yeah, I've seen those that are literally like the remade retro consoles. There's the NES, the SNES, and the Genesis.
Well, yeah, but I mean, combined into one compact thing.
Yeah, they're combined into one thing.
Yeah.
That's kind of weird.
But I don't know how... Well, I guess I kind of do.
The only issue is if you wanted it to be portable.
Well, I guess it couldn't really be portable.
Technically, they could. I mean, I've seen some... if you have one of those portable tiny TV screens...
It could, but it's very difficult.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think it would probably end up being released without being portable. That's what I would do, at least.
At first, yeah.
At least at first, yeah. And I've been trying to work on a way to make it portable the entire time. If I can't figure it out, then I'll just leave it alone, but if I can, then I'll find a way. But then again, I'm not making it, so why care?
Indeed. What do I care? I'm not making it.
Because you know eventually you're going to buy it.
Especially if
Welcome back, Lewis!
Oh, Lewis.
Welcome back.
Yeah, I should try to
You didn't hear it? Yes, go ahead, Jake.
It depends on how much the console would cost.
Oh, yeah, it's going to cost a pretty penny.
Because
It doesn't cost a penny. I'll tell you that much. It doesn't cost a penny.
A very pretty one.
DEFCON 4.
I wasn't paying
Actually,
attention.
more in DEFCON 4 because he failed the little hover bike thing.
So that's 5.
Trying to light the candles.
That's 5. Okay, I'm sorry.
Show the
DEFCON
what?
5. Actually, didn't 5DayGamers5 you also did a deck count?
I know I play on my Ruby a lot. But that's because I was playing PS3 version.
Yeah, but that's PS3. This is PS2.
Yeah, but I don't play with PS2 one that much, so I get used to the PS3.
Okay. Now, back to the question. I don't know if 5DayGamers5 is that deck count. I think I remember seeing a deck count before, but I don't remember when. That's the problem.
I don't know if I did one, someone else might have.
Yeah, someone else might have done it. Maybe. Penny A out of numbers. Ow! Ow!
Most people
That
say
is a
that
penny.
Legos is a deer.
I can
I
do
know.
like,
I really need to show everyone the picture of the deer, but actually I just pull it out from my
It won't
phone.
move back.
I can play Sly 2 and like dying once, like, a couple of times.
The car crash, Mr. CDF. CDF streaming.
ACDC be damned.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm an idiot.
Yes. You know your name. It's no surprise that EDF is there.
I'm trying to speedrun it, but...
Yeah, at one point it gets difficult.
I sent it.
Okay.
Ooh,
I
no.
see that.
Look at our deer.
Actually, I'm gonna put this on images. Make sure that it does it.
Okay, there we go.
Look at my picture of a Lego Dia. It's a Lego Dia. Anyways. God damn it, there's a lot of ghosts.
Yeah. Ghost Town.
Ghost hunting. And no, let's not put the Ghostbusters scene.
thinking more along the lines of Scooby-Doo.
Oh, that too, yes. yeah. I forgot about Scooby-Doo. Yeah. I know,
Still got an hour and 15 minutes.
I might get to the end, but I'll probably not beat it. It's that race that's screwing me over.
Alright, let's see this Lego of yours. Oh, that's not that bad, actually. That's pretty cool.
I didn't make it though. I found the pieces and had the idea. My parents and my brothers are the ones that made it.
Still, it's
I found like the boat pieces we used for the body. I found all the main pieces and I came up with the idea, so.
awesome. That's pretty cool, though. It's standing and it's ready to go.
It was for a thing at the Lego Expo we went to, where it was like, they had a US and we would build something that would go to a certain state in the United States. So we made that for Montana, because my dad is here in Montana. By accident, but...
You ever wanted to be a Ghostbuster? Nothing.
Fighting Luigi as that Ghostbuster, sure. I mean, Luigi's Mansion was originally supposed to be a Ghostbusters game.
Was it?
Yes.
Wow.
But considering he has a vacuum cleaner, I could see that.
Yeah.
I would be the one to know. I love Luigi's Mansion more than anyone on the planet.
Well, I know Luigi's Mansion is pretty much a Ghostbuster game, but I didn't know it was supposed to be one.
It originally was, but I'm pretty sure that like they couldn't get the licensing in time, so they just threw Luigi on it.
Yeah, because Luigi's underrated and whatnot.
Because Luigi didn't have a game.
BCW, the Ghostbuster Hunter. Ghostbuster. Oh boy. I can imagine
There's
BCW
like
with a
no
vacuum.
Luigi have a game yet, and we don't have the licensing for this thing, so Luigi!
Let's do it. Luigi is the new Ghostbuster. I can imagine BCW with a vacuum.
They should throw Luigi's vacuum in the next Smash Brothers game. Like, have Luigi have a vacuum and do something with it.
At the very least, make it an item.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Or it could be Luigi's Final Smash, that he sucks everyone in the vacuum and they come out and have a ton of damage on them.
Yeah.
What was his Final Smash brawl?
It was the thing that would like, be a bubble and destroy it. Pretty much Gardevoir's power just sent it to a Final Smash.
And so it's EDF completed the chicken challenge at first try.
Yeah.
Nice.
After all them fails I did.
Awesome. Who are you gonna call? ECW the Ghostbuster!
What's everyone else's opinion on my chicken mission?
Watch out, ECW is a Ghostbuster in disguise.
We're gonna call Luigi.
Oh boy.
I just like the way the announcer says Luigi when he wins. Like it's Luigi.
Luigi. What's ECW? What is EDF doing?
Getting an
And the
offshoot.
winner is
Oh yeah, I know what you're doing.
Luigi.
Damn, is Luigi the Dazzle Washington of the Ghostbusters.
It's Miss Ruby next, so I want to be extra prepared.
No, he's going back more lives, okay.
Now he's gonna go for the horseshoe. How's he going?
Okay.
Lifey.
Actually, on his Let's Play, he did that as well.
Oh, did he?
I'm a weirdo.
Yeah, did you? Yeah, did you?
Yeah.
Let's Play did.
Yeah, I think I did, yeah. I don't see anything wrong with it though, I mean, just extra prepared.
I am the weirdest person in the world, yeah.
I think that's definitely useful when it's PS3 version.
Anyways, now what's next? I'm still trying to remember here. Oh,
Oh my god, it's 28 degrees in there?
28 is like nothing to me, but then again, what's
No,
like...
28 is freezing Fahrenheit.
Yeah, but it's Celsius. It's
I
Celsius.
know, I'm just saying.
Yeah, I know, it will be freezing.
I'm just saying, I have Fahrenheit, so I see 28 degrees. Oh my god, that's freaking cold.
I don't know why the Americans go with Fahrenheit. I mean, Celsius is the temperature measurement that most countries do. Why Americans go with Fahrenheit?
Because we already have inches, and we already have every other measurement, so why not temperature?
Anyways, Celsius in Fahrenheit is like 81 or
button at the right time. I love this boss fight.
Round of 5 on a 7 count, right?
I always press it slightly too early.
Yeah, five death count, yeah.
Okay.
I think it screwed me up when I switched to the PS3 version because I think they changed the timing on the PS3 version.
Yeah, they did. They did.
And it screwed me up.
Black Cooper. She sounds so black. Oh, then again.
Sly Cooper.
Yeah, Sly Cooper. That's what I was
She talks extremely slowly.
That's because she
Just
has
seven Javas.
yes, there you go. That's where it goes.
You know,
do I have
All the day.
you know the most annoying thing is if you get hit with that. It's like nobody else will shoot.
Oh, yeah, with the tail. They're not careful.
No, not the tail, the teeth part.
I'm gonna give you my juju foo-foo. Well, anyway.
My voodoo just like you, Sly Cooper.
We're all crazy.
Yes, we are.
So are we all.
My mighty mojo magic come on you.
I really need to work on my accents.
Then again,
I've never tried to do an accent before, except for British and Australian.
I can do that?
You want some tea and
I've
crumpets?
tried, I have failed. In Australian,
Alright, here we go. Time to push buttons.
I think the key to getting a good Australian accent is just getting that one word.
What's the word?
Mate.
Oh, mate.
Listen here, mate.
Sometimes some Australians say mate. For some reason, the A turns to an I. Ooh,
I think the other ones are really called my head or the ones from the
oops, there goes my belt.
Dig.
I hit my belt accidentally. Awesome. First try, you did it. Awesomeness.
That was easy.
Yeah, the other one was a lot tougher.
It's the mosquito that's the hardest one.
Yeah. What was that? That part is like, what? Anyway,
Yeah, dude.
Jack, go.
Maybe I'm the only one that got to hear words out of what she said, but I always did. I always heard zig for Z for square, circle was stag, triangle voo, and X do.
I heard something too, but I cannot remember what it was. I remember I made a big deal about it during my Let's Play, though.
Oh, well.
Slow down.
Let's rewind. Dude,
Just slow down is easy.
yeah. Advance slow.
Bye. Again.
Oh, not yet. Hang on a minute.
Kingdom_Oblivion said BRB again, so I said bye again.
Ah, okay.
2 down, 1 to go.
Awesome.
So
You
far,
haven't
so
gotten
good.
hit yet. You haven't gotten hit yet.
Skittles back full of I have.
This is superb skills from EDF, ladies and gentlemen. Anyways, not the top one. Yeah, a little messed up, but once you get the hang of it, you can do it. No problem.
We got
There's a reason I played this on the PS2.
Let me see the end of this, and then I'll go eat. Because I need to eat. Don't we all need to eat? What are you guys talking about?
I ate last night, I'm fine.
I'm gonna get back to
I'm eating Skittles right now.
Oh, crap.
Oh, they're hard. This is where the sound picks up. Ouch!
Ah. Yeah.
Yeah, very
Did I buy
nice.
a million copies of Earth?
Single death.
Well, I'll be right back because I'm lucky.
I might buy a million copies of Earthbound, and then I go steal a gazillion dollars from a bank.
Well, anyways, I'll be right back because I gotta eat. Alright? You guys ready?
If you could go back later. If you could go back in time, why not just go back to like a day before some big lottery, find out the numbers, and then just go from there? It'd be a lot easier.
I'm Better try anything to quiet. Once again, I have no issues now.
So the big thing about going back in time and theoretically changing things is that just because you want to change something doesn't really mean you have the power to change something.
Well, if you do change something, something else will go wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I said I should buy a ton of copies of Earthbound.
If you went back in time, would you have had the money at that point to buy that many copies?
I think the money now would have worked just fine back, like,
Would it?
15 years ago.
Would it though? I mean, considering the fact that the dates
I
on
say around
the dollar bills, and if you're paying with $20 bills from the year 10 years in the future, then that's a little bit suspect.
Credit card? As long as it was around back then, it should still work fine.
Well, a credit card too would have an expiration date of too far in the future.
Good, I have 1 hour 5 minutes to beat the world.
Will they really pay attention to the expiration date?
Yeah. Especially if you're buying that many copies.
Well, I would buy one copy at each store. I don't want to buy a million of them and stop them from being rare. I just want to buy enough so that when I return I can sell them for tons of money.
I think just buying a lottery ticket would work a lot better.
Yeah.
Hey, Jess.
Just like hear the lottery numbers, then go back in time and buy the ticket. But the problem is you have to remember the lottery numbers because you can't write them down.
That wouldn't really be that tough. It's just like 5 numbers.
Yeah. But what would happen if you forgot one of them?
Then buy multiple tickets.
The main problem with speedrunning Sly is like...
So you buy multiple tickets with one number being like continuous, I don't know. It's just, how would you buy multiple tickets if you forgot one of the numbers? Because you wouldn't have one to choose from if you forgot the number.
Well, worst case scenario, you get like 4 out of 5, which is still a good payout.
Yeah. And then you can just make sure you remember the 5th number and try and do it again.
Yeah, as I was saying, the main problem about speedrunning Sly is you don't have all the power-ups.
If you continuously went back in time, bought one lottery ticket, and continuously won, how would that work? Would you still have the money in the future, or would you have the same money that you got from before?
I think it depends on if you're on the same timeline.
That's all confusing. It's like, there's so many different movies and TV shows and games that involve, time travel, and they all explain it differently.
Yeah, they do.
Like, Dragon Ball Z has the multiple timelines theory. Sly Cooper just, has it once the timeline is fixed, everything goes back to normal.
Well, Hanson has a question about being able to prevent 9/11, but the issue with that is, how exactly would you prevent 9/11 if you were to go back in time? Because, I mean, you could call New York, you could try and say something's going to happen on that day, but the cops probably wouldn't even listen to you or take any time to pay attention to what you said.
Well, the only thing I can think of is that you would get on the plane and...
No.
Well, then that would kill you, so...
Yeah.
That's just one of... And then you have to decide which one to stop. Do you want to stop the one to the Pentagon or the one to one of the trade centers?
Right.
And that is if you're willing to give your life to stop a part of 9/11.
And that's if you can actually outmuscle the person who's taking over the plane.
Good point. Well, at least you can, randomly appear there, and then you'll tell everybody that, these people are hijacking the plane, it's, whatever, it's not a real bomb or whatever, and they're trying to crash the plane.
And then the air marshal may think that you're a threat and may try to take you down.
But then the plane was already hijacked, so I think they'll try and listen to whoever they can.
Well, I mean, if you're trying to prevent it before it happens, and you try and warn everyone on the plane, then the air marshal may try and stop you for causing a ruckus on the plane.
Yeah. Maybe you could go to the... Do you think maybe the airport would stop from sending those planes, just in case?
Probably not.
I guess maybe it wouldn't, if you told them that it was going to happen, but maybe it wouldn't even matter. because they could just hijack a different plane.
It's probably kind of like Final Destination does it. Like, they see what's going to happen, they tell them, but they don't listen to it, and then it happens.
Yeah.
So like that's the thing is that people always think you can go back in time and fix something, but you really can't.
You have to wonder about
there's
what
nothing
is
you can
that.
actually do.
And
Unless you just killed Hitler or something, that would work. That would
and then
be
you got to wonder exactly how you could get killed.
gun, but how would you bring the gun with you if you were traveling back in time? Unless you took a machine that you would have to enter to travel back in time.
Trouble is, like, outside his room.
But it doesn't. It would only travels through time. It doesn't travel through space.
You'd have to know exactly where he was at
Yes.
when he was a kid.
Or really at any point in his life.
Yeah.
Or maybe there's a chance that if you just kill his abusive father, he'd become back to normal. Because if you really think about it, most of the bad guys out there got abusive fathers. And the abusive father could be the main reason why they're bad now. Or were when they were alive.
Yeah.
Like, even a lot of video game bad guys have, like, either abusive fathers or... No, like, the bad guys have abusive fathers, and then the good guys didn't have a family. Like, the good guys are orphans, and the bad guys had abusive parents.
It's usually a reason for everything, but...
Well, that's at least superhero logic. Batman and Superman,
But then
Spider-Man...
some people are just... I don't know, they're just born evil, or... You have to get back. Be quick. Be quick, me.
Speaking of superheroes, though, has anyone actually played Deadpool?
I have...
No.
What is your honest opinion of that game? Oh, you are?
What?
What is your honest opinion of it so far?
Well, I've beaten it already, and I think it's hilarious and difficult.
But is it repetitive?
No, not really. Some of the parts are, because they're meant to be, because you're fighting clones throughout the whole thing. But it's still fun.
I mean, the combat seems interesting. I mean, it looks like kind of a
You get
Devil May Cry
zippers.
type. Yeah. I'm just worried that the combat may be too repetitive with all those clones coming at you one after the other.
Well, I think it'll get repetitive. Like, obviously, in video games, there are going to be the same kinds of enemies. So I think the whole game was joking on that by literally making the fact that this is the same kind of enemies, that was making them all be clones.
But is that a good enough excuse, though? I mean, just because you can do that doesn't mean it's really necessarily a good excuse to do it.
That's what most video game enemies are, is they're all clones of each other.
Well, yeah, but there's a good sense of variety in it, though.
I prefer games where there's lots of different enemies, not just the same ones.
Yeah. But you also have to think about this. This game is a complete joke on itself.
Oh, yeah. But is that a good enough excuse to allow that? That's the question.
I think it is.
But the problem with that is...
I didn't notice any repetition while I was fighting the enemies. That's what I'm going to say.
Okay.
Most enemies seem to like to have spiders as enemies.
Yeah. Why is it always spiders?
This one just has clones as enemies.
No spider clones?
Nope.
Well, there's a major plus for it right there.
Although my favorite part is actually pretty close to the beginning of the first level, I guess. If you count the very beginning area as a level, then it would be the second level, but... Like both Deadpool's in his house, if you would count that as a level.
Are you talking about the one where he's trying to take over the building?
What do you mean?
I have seen some playthroughs of it on Twitch TV.
Well, there's just this one point where he does like a very large, like, flashbacks through everything that happened in the level, and after that, that one part after that's really hilarious.
Oh, the part in the sewers? Yeah, okay.
The Atari part?
Yeah. Well, no, I think that's more along the lines of Super Nintendo than Atari.
Well, I think it was before the Atari style. It's like I think people would instantly stop playing if it was as bad graphics as the actual Atari, but I think it was an Atari game that it was trying to...
I think it was more along the lines of A Link to the Past with the Super Nintendo.
Well, it looked like one of the Atari games I played when I was a kid, where you would like grab the key and open the door, and
That's no Atari game I ever remember played like that.
I've never played one.
I think that was more along the lines of A Link to the Past, especially with the chess. I'm trying to think of what Atari game you might be talking about, but...
It was on one of those consoles that just has a ton of the Atari games, old Atari games built into it.
No, okay.
Yeah, if you ever plan to buy an LP with Trigger, if that's by the beginning.
Now, which game?
With Trigger.
Trigger, yeah.
It was awesome though.
I haven't seen that far. I've also seen up to about, where did I stop? I was watching Look at My Chicken here on Twitch TV playing through the game, and I stopped at about the point, I think it was when he was in the, oh no, it was past the sewer when everyone was dancing. All the girls were dancing at the club type area. It was past that.
Did you get to the party scene where he was hallucinating a party?
No.
Yeah, all the girls? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Great, no, I should
No, I think the final part that I saw was when he was trying to get those 3 trials, those 3 totems.
So that's pretty far in, actually.
Yeah.
No, close to the end. But the final boss is awesome. You don't even actually fight the Sinister, the real Sinister.
not sure I'm gonna go.
It's still definitely a final boss. You can easily tell it's a final boss because it's freaking difficult. But you don't even fight the real Sinister. You just fight a ton of clones of him.
Considering how the game is building up, I'm not surprised about that one.
I just love all the times where like, I thought he killed the real one, and then Cable just comes by like, dude, that was the fake one. You have to keep playing.
And well, I definitely think I can do episode 4.
So you got to the Sentinel Foot?
Yeah, I saw that part.
Guess who kills the real Sinister?
That's in the foot.
Yes.
The other
After you kill
Sentinel
all
foot,
the clones, a giant Sinister comes out, and then the Foot just kind of stomps on him. And then he's like, so was that the real guy, finally? And then Cable comes by, gives him a thumbs up. Finally appears, because he's time traveling.
Welcome back. Thank you.
Oh, and this is back on.
Alan, Jess wished you good luck, EDF.
Oh, thanks. I've got one hour shoot and I'm about to get a second. Yep.
Well, I just spoiled the ending to Deadpool for anybody who wanted to play that game.
And the main purpose, or main point of that game is the story too. It is a shame.
Yeah. Well, the main thing of that game is comedy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, what's that?
What's happening with still I can't even stop watching it. exploit has literally got stuck. I can't even, I can't even stop broadcasting.
They're actually broadcasting right now. It's just very, very laggy.
Everyone sounds robotic.
I also see the screen, but it's like...
Wait, C's back?
It's not been here for a while. I kind of want to get familiar with this. Sometimes it's like...
I would do something, but it's just like frozen exploit.
It's a little less laggy for me. It's overly laggy.
Yeah, I just checked the audio. Very laggy.
Oh, that's what the video was. I am a robot. You shall follow my lead. Annihilate.
It's just froze. The laptop is froze.
No one wants to be C-3PO.
Exactly.
Internet won't do anything. Nothing will do anything. Exploit won't do anything. Internet won't do anything.
You might need to close it down for a minute.
Yeah, we can. If it even let me do that. Start menu won't load.
It's not very well for all it says.
Nothing load. Terrible. Internet won't load, exploit won't load. Okay, I'm on your juice. I'm gonna turn it back on. No.
Actually, this reminds me, yeah, you still need to give me a password.